guys, Neri here from Drakewing Gaming, sending to me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you a new Let's Play episode of Tennis Ace, and as you can see, we are on the latest version. We've got the new Haruki sprite and everything. I don't know how I feel about it. He definitely looks like more of a bad boy. I guess that's what the team was going for. I gotta get used to it. Also his giant thumbs. His big old thumbs. But yeah, I mean, I like the sprite. I don't know, I got so used to the other one, you know how you can be with change and such. Anyway, I'm sure I'll enjoy this one over time. But anyway, guys, please sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes of entertaining. Let's jump right in. Alarm sound, you're up, and let's go. Alright, Haruki raises an eyebrow, putting a hand on his waist and looking at me funny. With all due offense, you're an idiot. All due offense? Yes, I meant that I knew what I was saying could be read as being offensive, and that's what I wanted to do. You're a jerk. Thank you. Seriously, why did I ever decide to talk to you? I don't know. Hope it wasn't because you wanted to come on to me. Yeah, no, you're quite a catch, I'm sure, but I already have a boyfriend. Are you sure? I was looking forward to rejecting you. It would have been fun. I can't tell whether you're joking or not, and that worries me a little. Geez, relax. I'm mostly joking. Mostly? This dude really scares me sometimes. Speaking of homo, how goes it with you and the big gay dog? You two looked awfully chummy on Saturday. Speaking of homo, big gay dog, where the hell are you getting these phrases? Hey, it's really dull around here. I have to amuse myself in any way I can. I feel like the nicer he becomes to me, the less offensive his insults become, and they turn more and more ridiculous instead. Well, regardless, it's hardly any of your business how things are going between the two of us. It's bad enough you know we're dating. Oh, come on. I'm part of the reason you two even hooked up in the first place. At least satisfy my curiosity. Why are you even curious about that of all things? Haruki shrugs. I have very few friends, not much to talk about. Come on, spill. There's not much to tell. We just kissed a few times and maybe hugged for a bit. That's it? Wow, you guys are boring. Thought you two would have fucked by now. I object to this entire conversation. Oh, please, you already have a reputation as a playboy here. I know you've dated a ton before. You expect me to believe you're some kind of bashful virgin? Give me a break. That is hardly... Hardly into my business, yeah, got it. No need to parrot it back to me. I'm just saying, if I'd been dating someone for a week, I would have already sealed the deal. You're so crude. Besides, it's not like that. It's not like I'm bashful about sex or whatnot. It's just that... That? He cocks his head to the side, a big grin on his face. Seriously, why are we even talking about this? Because watching you squirm is fun. Come on, you've already said this much. Might as well say the whole thing. No, I refuse. Absolutely not. Nuh-uh. No way. What a bore. Better a bore than a bore. Oh, ouch, my poor feelings. How will I ever recover from those painful words? Just shut up already. Sure thing, boss. Yeah, don't call me that. I think I just felt a chill run up my spine. Alright, whatever you say. Why do I bother? Beats me. If it makes you feel any better, very few people have gotten this far before. Oh yeah? And what do they get to show for putting you up with you so often? They have me insult them on a daily basis. Wow, some treasure. They seem to enjoy it at least. Part of me is afraid of discovering who these people are, but then again, I do tease and mess with my friends all the time. Guess I'm not one to talk. So what are you gonna do now? Surely you don't plan on staying locked up in a room alone with me, and to be honest, even I wouldn't want to. Gee, thanks, your presence is lovely too. I don't know, I want to hang out with Shuichi, but he's probably really busy today. He didn't say anything about us meeting in his messages to me this morning, so I'm assuming that's the case unless told otherwise. Why can't you just be upfront and say, hey, I want us to spend time together? I don't want to be clingy. He might get tired of me if I did that. I don't know if I want to risk it. Oh dear God, why does everything have to be so difficult with you? Are you this indecisive with everything? Pretty much. If I were in the dog's shoes, I'd get tired of this indecisiveness instead. Just go talk to him for fuck's sake. But what if he's really busy and still decides to take time off to be with me? Then I'd just be burdening him. He's your boyfriend. That's what he's there for. Just don't abuse it and you'll be fine. But... For crying out loud, just go already before I smack the ever-loving shit out of you. What? I got it? Great. Go hunt your boyfriend around campus. It's his job to keep you entertained, not mine. Besides, I already have plans and I can't spend too much time here. You have plans? Didn't I just tell you I have friends too? You don't have to sound so surprised. I'm not surprised. Sure you're not. Anyway, I'm gonna leave now. Good luck with your relationship problems, loser. Might as well. I've been standing in front of this door for the past 2 minutes without having the courage to knock. I can't hear any voices on the inside, so I assume that if Shuichi's here, at least he's alone. Or maybe the room just has better insulation than I thought. Ugh, why am I getting so nervous over small things? Just knock on the damn door and be done with it. Alright, here I go. I timidly knock on the door. For some reason, my heart is racing a little bit. God, I really hope I don't end up becoming a bother. That's the last thing I want right now. Oh, bother. Could I be bothered for a spot of honey? And then get murdered by Randy Marsh. I can't hear any sounds on the other side for a few seconds. Maybe the room is empty after all. Just when I'm about to give up, I hear the sound of the door unlocking from the inside. Oh boy, you got them cute glasses on. Who? Shuichi opens the door, his eyes going wide when he sees me. You! What are you doing here? Oh, hi. To be honest, I'm not quite sure myself. Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's pretty okay. I guess I don't know, I missed you? I see. I'm flattered to hear that. Sorry to bother you. I know you're busy, but I just kinda hoping we could get some time to hang out together. Well... Oh dear. Ah, Yuichi-san. I thought it was your voice I heard. What? Hitoka-chan? Hi, what brings you here? I could ask you the same question. You're not the student council, are you? I'll explain it. If I leave it up to you, you're probably going to tell a really inaccurate version that paints you as some kind of savior or something of the sorts. Hitoka pouts, crossing her arms and huffing. A few of our senior members left the council to focus on studying for their entrance exams, so we were short-staffed. We were taking volunteer help during the festival. Yeah, so I volunteered to help. Aren't I thoughtful? You just wanted an excuse to spend time chatting. You barely did any work yet. Why didn't you tell me? I would have offered to help. We're not constrained enough that I'd need to directly ask a friend of mine for help. Part of the reason I can work so hard on this is because I want you guys to have fun. Besides, while we are certainly a bit short-staffed, things aren't that bad. He says a little, but in reality, he's the only senior left in the council. Over a third of the members left in the past 2 weeks alone because they couldn't handle studying and the workload of the festival. Hitoka, don't tell him that. You dumbass. What can I do to help? No! I don't want to burden you with this kind of thing. And I don't want to watch you working yourself to death, and don't even argue with me on that, because we both know you'd be capable of that. Besides, this might be the only way I get to spend time with you during the festival. It's not that bad. I was trying to rush through okay. Hitoka wraps her arms around Shuichi's arm, smiling. So we can spend the last day together, right? Sorry, Yuichi-kun, but this is my only chance to spend the festival with Shuichi before he graduates. You understand, right? What? Don't just decide that kind of thing on your own. I was already thinking of making plans. What? But we haven't hung out together in all months. Even though you promised me during Dad's birthday party. Now you're gonna ditch me during the festival, too? Shuichi looks between the two of us nervously. It's fine. Hitoka's right. This is our only chance to spend a festival with her brother as students of the same school. You and I already had the past 2 years together. This is fine. But... Alright, we should get back to work. We need to get all this crap done so we can actually have tomorrow free. Bless her heart, she's totally clueless about us. Man, I can't imagine how she'd take the news if she found out. Why did you say that? I was planning to spend the last day of the festival with you. It's fine. Hitoka's your sister. She shouldn't have to be fighting with me for your attention. Yes, she is, but... you're also my boyfriend. Shuichi whispers the last part of his sentence so his sister can't hear us inside. It's not like it's the end of the world. She doesn't know, so she has no idea she's imposing. Yeah. Is there no way you could get off for today so we could spend at least some time together? I don't think so. We need to at least have one official student council member in here to mediate any disputes between students. We're also working on a bunch of forms right now. What type of forms? Complaints, suggestions, that kind of stuff. We get swarmed with them at the end of every day, and it usually takes me a full day to get through them on my own. Hitoka showed up saying she was going to help so I could go out and enjoy myself too, but in the time it took me to go through 12, she has done 2. Ouch, that's pretty slow, or maybe you're just too fast. Nah, she's just slow. I can hear you! Her voice echoes from inside the room, but apparently a very good listener. Yep. If I help, is there any chance you'd get done earlier? That depends. On my own, it would still take me about 6 hours to finish, which would mean I'd finish at 7 p.m. when the festival ends for the day. With Hitoka helping, maybe I could shave an hour off of that. It would honestly depend on how fast you're about to go through these forms. Alright, my goal is to shave at least 3 hours off that time frame then. What? That would mean you have to be going at the exact same pace I am. Hey, I can be pretty efficient if I set my mind to it, so long as you promise to spend time with me if I manage to do it. Yeah, of course. If I can spend time with you, then I'll do it. Great, let's get to it. As soon as I walk into the room, I see multiple piles of paper stacked loosely on top of the table. Whoa, you weren't kidding when you said there was a lot of these. Yeah, it wouldn't be as much of a problem if we had a few people working on it as intended, but as things are, it's kind of troublesome. What about the volunteers? Couldn't they do the work? They have no idea how the council works. The only reason Hitoka can do these forms is because I'm here to tell her what to do whenever she has questions. Hey, you've barely asked any questions. Yes, and frankly that scares me a little bit because I'm afraid of all the errors. Errors I'm probably going to find once I go over the forms you worked on. Hey! Alright, what do you need me to do? The forms are pretty simple. Students fill in their information, the nature of their complaint or dispute, and we have to write down what measure is taken about it. And the forms are returned to the students. Before you can return them, though, we need to make copies of them and then sign and stamp these copies for our own records. That's what most of the work here is going to be. Oh, and just so we're clear, we've already taken measures about all these. We just need to write things down in the forms and then file in the appropriate place. Sounds to me like your issues lie with bureaucracy weighing you down instead of the workload being super huge. You're not entirely wrong. It didn't take me more than 40 minutes to go through all these and decide what measures needed to be taken. That's what the other members of the council are doing right now. They're out putting those measures into play. Actually, no, I understand why they're writing down the measure taken. They're writing down the measure taken because there can be some accountability. Or some kind of follow-up. I mean, I understand that. It's time-consuming, but that's just how it is. That's supposed to take over 6 hours. How slow are you guys? The council isn't very big in the first place, so we have around 4 members going around campus and mediating over 100 disputes. Not to mention a lot of students refuse to accept our rulings, so it takes a while to work with those. Blah! I'm glad I never joined the student council. It's a good extracurricular activity for your student record, though. It can help you get into a good college. Totally useless for me. Yeah, I suppose. Here, since you said you'll do half of my stuff, Shuichi walks up to the largest pile of paper that was set right in front of one of the empty seats and takes roughly half of them, setting them in the front of his seat. Here, you can sit next to me. That way I can supervise you while you work. Gotcha! I pull up a chair and take my seat as he instructed, picking up and reading the forms in front of me. Hitoka is sitting directly across from us on the table, and she seems to be pretty absorbed in the stuff she's reading. Here, Ni-chan. What was the resolution for this one form? It says here the sewing club filed against the pottery club for ruining a few of their textiles with clay. Yeah, I remember that one. The pottery club will have their annual budget slashed in an amount equal to the cost of the materials to make said textiles, as well as having to move their machines away from the sewing club's booth. This is the kind of stuff you get? Couldn't the students settle these issues themselves? A lot of the students don't like confrontation, so they prefer to escalate issues to us without saying a word about it. That's a pain. Agreed. Oh, by the way, the forms I'm handing you are the empty ones. I'm gonna have you make the copies for the council. If I have to keep interrupting myself to fill both of you into what to write down, I'll never get work done. That's fine. I pick up a pen and start going over the forms. They're pretty thorough. Students need to fill out their full name, age, class, student ID number of their club or class president if applicable, data on the person or club they're complaining about. That's a lot of stuff. No wonder these things take for fucking ever. Oh, here's another one, Ni-chan. The cooking club has their kitchen right next to the chemistry club's lab, and they said the smell of the chemicals is so strong that people are leaving their master class in the middle of it. Oh yeah, that one was tough. We had the chemistry club close all windows that are directly next to the cooking club's own windows so that the smell would leave only from the far side. Here's hoping none of those trapped fumes are the toxic kind. I try to tune myself out of their semi-constant back and forth, trying to focus instead of copying these as fast as I can. After a few minutes of this, I start to feel something on my leg. At first it barely even registered. Then I realize that Shuichi's hand is resting on top of my right leg and that he's stroking it idly. When I look to the side, he has one hand under the table and another writing things down on his forms. In fact, he's not even acknowledging what he's doing or that I'm looking at him. And he's stroking me so slowly, too. It's almost like he doesn't even realize he's doing it because he's so focused. Although, while the feeling is very nice, it's kind of distracting for me. Shuichi? Yeah? Do you need help with something? Even when I call out to him, the hand remains there. He either really doesn't notice what he's doing or he's very brazen about it. This form here, I'm having trouble reading your handwriting. What's this word supposed to be? Oh, sorry, I wrote these in a hurry. Let me see. It says equitable. Got it, thanks. I can't bring myself to call his attention to it. Even though it's distracting, I like it. I've always liked it when he would pet me or hug me. We just tried not to show it. I just hope Hitoka-chan doesn't notice it. A few hours later. A few hours later. Oh man, I can't believe this. We actually managed to finish them in 2 hours. See? I told you I could be helpful. Sure, once you stop goofing around and actually went at it at a reasonable pace. Gah! Well, with this I should be free for the rest of the day, and if luck would permit it, tomorrow. Ah, it's so good to be done with work. Yeah, it's really great. What's the matter? You don't seem very excited. Oh, don't worry, I definitely am excited. Huh? I still can't decide if he's just very good at playing Clueless or if he really didn't notice it. Over the past 2 hours, he kept intermittently touching and stroking my leg. A few times he even went up to my thigh. Other times he got dangerously close to my crotch. It's a wonder I was able to work at all like this, but I do have a side effect at the moment that I need to worry about. Since we're free, how about we go out and do something together? Sorry, Itoka. I'm definitely gonna go out with you tomorrow, but at least let me spend the rest of the day with Shuichi. Boo, you guys already hang out together all the time. Yeah, but this will be our last festival together before he moves out of the country entirely. Come on, don't be so unreasonable. Itoka sighs, crossing her arms and leaning back on her chair. Fine, fine, if it means that much to you. But you're not escaping me tomorrow, do you hear me? Loud and clear. Okay, I'll see you boys tomorrow. I'm gonna see if my friend's display still has any openings. Gotcha. Have fun. Bye-bye. Bye, Yuichi-kun. She blows me a kiss as she walks up to the door, not even giving me a chance to respond. That face worries me. She's as energetic as usual, I see. Yeah, and just as pushy, too. Hey, how about we go look for something to do? I didn't expect to have alone time together this week, but I'm definitely not going to waste it. I think I need a minute first. Did something happen? You didn't notice what you were doing? I have a hard time believing it. What was I doing? Touching me under the table. Oh, that? I thought I was just giving you some encouragement. I knew it! You knew exactly what you were doing! Well, no, not at first. I think I just started doing it out of habit because I just wanted to do it so much I ended up doing it without noticing. But eventually I realized it and also noticed you didn't do anything about it, so I tried to get a bit bolder. Does this mean I got a reaction out of you? You certainly got something reacting. Oh, wow! I didn't think that would happen. I swear I wasn't trying to. I was trying something a bit more risque, but still innocent. There's nothing innocent about what you were doing, you perverted dog. Who's the real pervert, me or the guy who got the boner? Don't try to throw this on me. It's alright. Shuichi squeezes my thigh encouragingly and... Ah! I jumped back and onto my feet. The sudden shock I felt running up my spine made me move without even thinking. Oh wow, that really is pretty noticeable. We should probably wait for it to calm down a bit before we even think of going outside. Ah! I grab a few sheets of paper and hold them in front of my crotch to hide it from his eyes. Careful, he might poke a hole onto those with that thing. So stop teasing me about it! Oh, come on. Is it really that embarrassing? I'm your boyfriend. Besides, you've already even touched mine. It was over my shorts, but still. I can't not feel awkward about it. I'm not used to showing myself off in front of you of all people. I get being a little embarrassed. I mean, I have to admit, I do feel a bit flustered right now with this whole situation, but you don't have to freak out over it. You weren't exactly calm when you told me about yours either. In fact, you were as red as a tomato. Alright, I'm gonna pause it right here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Oh, that's so cute. They're so cute. They're such a cute couple. Ah! Oh, I wonder when they're gonna go further. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. And until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!